Hi, it's me, washing my face for the Poetry Translation Centre's YouTube channel. They've asked me to respond to Yu Yoyo's My Talentless Body, a book of slender, luminous poems translated by A K Blakemore and Dave Haysom. Poems, as Dave writes in his introduction, that exist in places of darkness, punctuated by gleams of moonlight, the burning tips of cigarettes. As more and more of the world announces it's on lockdown, and we begin to move our lives online more decisively, for a bit at least, I've felt these poems slide into focus. They've sharpened for me. The language and tone that seemed so distant and surreal on first reading is now drawing closer to my thoughts and feelings, to the tension surfacing across the screens I spend all day gazing into. The air on the page coalescing with that of my living room. In her afterword, Rebecca Talmash writes that Yu Yoyo has created a poetic language which has seemingly never not known the internet. It's not just that. The poems have a sort of end of the world, or at least edge of the world atmosphere. Prophetic. Stopper the isolation up in a bottle, she writes in one poem. You put your arms around a tree because there's no one to put their arms around you, she writes in another. Her poems emit a bright loneliness, the same way the neon light of an empty restaurant can. Aching. Defiant. This book's body might be tenantless, but what the poems yearn for is not straightforward. Yu Yoyo's poems observe, they reach out, they open the door for the reader, then refuse to let them in. I don't spend a lot of time here on YouTube. Recently, I've been unable to do much but scroll through the news endlessly, reading take after take, trying to decipher graphs, public announcements, Googling symptoms. One thing I have found comforting the last week or so is watching skincare and makeup tutorials. Watching a person I don't know steadily work away on their own face. So here we go. The last scrap of yesterday's makeup is removed. My dead skin is buffed away. I'm clean and I'm prepped. Let's get into it.